All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom. This is Brother Yakanan from the GMS Houston. And, hey, this lesson is just going to be going into, this devil revealing themselves. You know, their tongues falling upon themselves, and just them, this lamb speaking as a dragon. You know, it's removing the mask. The true intentions are being revealed. And Jake, you too stupid to realize what's going on. And by the time you realize it, it's going to be far too late. You know, hey, we're preparing ourselves now. You know what? No, I'll just quote it. You know, the prudent man foreseeth the evil. The prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. And how do we do that? We hide ourselves in this truth. You know, in our faith in Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. You know, there ain't no where to hide, ain't no amount of, arms you can take up, nothing like that. The only safe place is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, by believing that the blood of Yahweh Shai can cover you. Otherwise, hey, anything that you hoping on, you know, hey, it's shaky. It's going to collapse. But our hope, Yahweh Shai, hey, it's a strong foundation. It will not collapse. You know, our power, Yahweh, hey, like the scriptures say, is a strong tower. You know, this is who is going to protect us. You know, the Israelites, the true Israelites in these last days, which would say, hey, the hopeful elect, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to protect his elect. But just to get right into it, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, which was 70 AD. We lost our heritage. We lost everything, you know, to the point where we are today. We're waking up to our true heritage. We're waking up to the fact that we're Israelites. You know, all this was taken away from us by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and now it's being returned to us through the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. You know, through learning these scriptures. And that man of sin be revealed, and that man of sin, the son of perdition. Who is the man of sin? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, whom the earth has been given into the hands of, who covered up the faces of the judges, who is as the border of wickedness, who is like death and cannot be satisfied, whose blessing is the sword, whose forefather was a cunning hunter. You know, go into all these things to what we have today. You know, this man has military bases all over the world. I believe over 800. You know, it has all kinds of weapons technology. You know, his power, his blessing is the sword. And along with that blessing being the sword is also in the tongue. You know, through his speech. So, hey, this man is being revealed. And I'm going to jump down. This is verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So, the spirit of his mouth, the prophets, we're the ones consuming this devil, bringing him out, just showing him for what he is, what this devil truly is. He's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You know, he's hid under different aliases and different names for so long, and now his true identity is being revealed. He is the wicked in the earth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So his Yahweh Shai is going to completely destroy these heathen when he returns, you know, with the ICBMs and also with the lasers from the chariots. So I had this video I wanted to play just real quick. And it started with the Google search because I seen this the other day. I think like maybe Friday, Saturday, maybe even Thursday. I can't remember the exact day. And I usually save my videos, but I wasn't able to find it. But yeah, so this is just what I had to search go by. I said ice to go by accent and physical appearance because I remember that's one of the main quotes from the from this guy's interview, Tom Homan. So it says, based on a recent news report, it appears there's a conversation around the use of physical appearance and accent as factors in immigration enforcement. So they're discriminating. Not whether oh, this person is identified as Jose Sanchez, whatever, Rodriguez, whatever. It's just based off how they look, how they sound. Recent reports suggest that a director of immigration and customs enforcement, Tom Homan, it doesn't say right here, stated that physical appearance and accent can be factors used to establish reasonable suspicion, potentially leading to questioning or detention of individuals by ICE or Border Patrol agents. Now, they say they're coming after, we're only coming after, what did I tell you before? We're only coming after criminals that are here illegally, people that are here illegally, and then what do you see happening? They're arresting people that are here legally, so on and so forth. They're not, they're saying one thing and doing another, in other words. And they might be getting the illegal people too. Yeah. But what they're doing is throwing a large net out there and catching everybody. And a lot of people are scared, not knowing what to do. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video. This is just just real quick.
I've got to get your reaction to this Biden-appointed federal judge out in Los Angeles, apparently expected today to issue a temporary restraining order halting your lawful operations. She says, I think it's important for the court not to burden otherwise lawful law enforcement activities. Your reaction there?
Look, people need to understand, ICE officers and Border Patrol, they don't need probable cause to walk up to somebody, briefly detain them, and question them. They just need this totality of the circumstances, right? They just got through their observation, get articulable facts based on their location, their occupation, their physical appearance, their actions. Like a uniformed Border Patrol agent walks up to them at for instance, a Home Depot. And they got all these articulable facts, plus the person walks away or runs away. Agents are trained. What they need to detain somebody temporarily and question them. It's not probable cause, it's reasonable suspicion. We're trained on that. Every agent, every 6 months, get Fourth Amendment training over and over again. These officers are really good at what they do. And if this judge would make a decision that's against what these officers are trained, what the law is based upon, then they're going to shut down operation. I think that's your end game. They want ICE to stop doing this. But if they base it on the rule of law, they're going to find out Border Patrol and ICE is doing exactly what they're going to do in accordance with law.
And you're not going to stop coming. Tom Homan, thank you for getting up with us this morning.
So, hey, you see it right there. Hey, they're going off of, they don't need probable cause. They're going off of physical appearance. And hey, he later tried to clarify it, whatever like that, but it's already been said. The intention is already out there. We already see, the different actions that, they're taking, what's going on. Hey, because, hey, there's plenty of people that are here illegally. You got people from Canada, so-called white-looking people. They're not going to come up to, a so-called white-looking, Edomite-looking person. They got like a Dutch accent or whatever like that. They ain't coming up to them so much as that they're coming up to, like, so-called black and brown Latino people. How many Irish are here illegally? Who cares? So the point being they're coming after it based on the appearance, how you look, how you sound, where you at. You hanging out at Home Depot? You trying to, you being a day laborer at the Home Depot because I've seen that before. You see that all over. That's a thing all over the country. See Northern Kingdom hanging outside Home Depot or wherever they may be looking for work. They get paid cash, whatever. This is where they hanging out. They're not hanging out at the O'Hanahan's or whatever. But besides the point, this devil is revealing himself, revealing his true intentions. He wants you, Jake. So again, this is and no matter what they told you, even though they speaking, this bureaucracy, double speak, this, that, whatever. You need a translator to really get what it's saying. But this should be plain as day. That video. And hey, what they told you before, oh, we're only going after the illegals. We're only going after this and that, whatever. So anybody that you see being arrested, whether they're legal or not, the people don't care. They're gonna see these Edomites. They don't care, because if you getting arrested, it's like, why are you getting arrested? You must have committed a crime. That's his mindset. But here it is, the biggest criminal in the world ever, the biggest criminal in all of history, Esau Edom. You know, has the gall to call somebody else criminals on their homeland. You know, but anyway, slack for rambling. This is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So never trust your enemy. You know, hey, before he was telling you all that good stuff. Oh, we're only going after illegals, this, that, whatever. And now what are you seeing? They're going after everybody. So as iron rusteth, iron is going to rust. Iron oxide, that's what it's called. It's an oxidation of iron. What does that mean? The iron is exposed to oxygen. The chemical reaction is rust. That's what you get, that red. It's going to show up. The same thing with this devil. His wickedness is going to show up, and his wickedness is showing. You know, he's no longer, being nice. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. So though he humbles himself and goes crouching, he comes looking all nice and puts on a suit and tie, this, that, whatever. You still got to watch out for him. Be aware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So you're going to look closely at him, examine him. It ain't like you got to, put an interrogation on him, but through the Spirit, hey, we're interrogating this devil. Through his interviews, his policies, everything that he's putting out, his speech. Hey, he's being examined. And we're seeing, hey, this devil is still a devil. He's always been a devil. Ain't nothing changed. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. So, hey, ask the natives that were here firsthand. He broke every what is that? I forgot the word called. Every treaty, every contract, every deal. He broke every one of them. And guess what? Now he's up. Now he's calling the people who were here before immigrants, illegals. When he's the illegal. Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bidden with a serpent, or any as such come nigh? Who will pity a charmer that is bidden with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So you playing with a snake? You playing with wild animals? Who's gonna pity you when that snake bites you? You get poisoned. Who's gonna pity you when that bull you playing with gores you through the stomach? Or that tiger, slashes your face off. Or that gorilla, grabs you by the ankle and slams you against the tree. Who's going to pity you? You should have been messing around with it. The same thing with this devil. Been messing around with this devil, playing with him, thinking that he's a nice person. Oh, all the rumors that they've been saying, oh, those are just rumors. That's not true. That's not all of them. And now it's being revealed. It's all of them. So this is Psalms chapter 55 and verse, I'll start at verse 20. He hath put forth his hands. Matter of fact, let me see here. Yeah, right. I'll start at verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. This is Esau Edom. Hey, he said this is a land of peace, loving, and immigrants can come here and, this and that, whatever. And, a liberty for everyone. And now he's switching up on you. Here it is. Hey, the northern tribes, hey, they're ready to forgive you. The same thing with Judah. You've done all this wickedness to them, and they're ready to forgive you at the drop of a hat. And every time, hey, you betrayed the trust. And every time they keep coming back, like an abused woman. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So he's speaking smooth words. Sounds good, huh? We're only going after the criminals. But meanwhile, you don't realize that every one of you people that have an accent, that look a little different, a little bit darker, whatever it may be, you don't realize he's making war plans against you. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So he's constantly, he's setting you up through his speech. And that speech is going to get physical. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So your adversary, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. Let's look at this word, adversary. G476, antidikos, says an opponent, especially Satan, as the arch enemy, an adversary, an opponent in the suit of law. And the righteous are opposed to the wicked. And right now, we're in court. We're having a hearing. We're bringing out all your wickedness. Starting with the apostles, the elders, the men that taught them. Starting with Abba Bivens, we're bringing out all the receipts on you. All the wickedness that you've done. And that you're still doing. So you are our enemy. You're trying to accuse us to the Heavenly Father so you can get your blessing back, but we're accusing you. And Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, he can't stand iniquity. He can't stand unrighteousness. So, hey, guess what? The judgment is going to be in favor of the elect. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, let's look at that word for the devil. Oops. The devil. The devil. The devil, G1228, Diabolos, says a traducer, especially Satan, again, a false accuser, a slanderer, prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely. Because whatever reason, they're saying, they're criminals, we need to lock them up, we need to get them out of the country. And what also they saying along with this? We also need to deport citizens. We need to revoke regular citizens that were born here. Revoke their citizenships. Get them out of the country too. Metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of God, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. And that's just who this man is. This man is the wicked, the son of perdition, who's playing the part of the devil. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So this is the devil. He's in full out mode now. Yeah, this is used for Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, who's roaming about, finding different ways he can try to sift you. But the physical counterpart here, Esau, Edom, he's coming out with all kinds of different plans. So you need to be sober, be vigilant, look out. Matter of fact, let's look at that word for sober. G3525, Nepho, says to abstain from wine, keep sober, figuratively to be discreet, to sober, to watch. To be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit, to be temperate, dispassionate, and circumspect. So meaning, you really paying attention to what's going on around you. Just where you are right now. Looking around you, looking at the news of what's going on. Because, not everything is being put into the news. Some things you might have to hear from word of mouth. Some things you might see. You might actually be there to see it, to witness the event. But just know that this devil is out there. He's out there on the prowl. He is out there on the hunt. Let's look at that. Be vigilant. This is G1127 Gregorio. To keep awake, to watch, to give strict attention to be cautious, to be active. So you need to be cautious, be aware. You know, this isn't the time really to be all drinking and partying and this and that, whatever. Especially to be, you know, drinking to the point of excess because, hey, things can pop off at any moment. You know, when you drunk or anything like that, you don't have your full faculties. You know, you're not going to be able to think things out clearly as you would if you were sober. So this devil, hey, he's looking to throw us into prison. He's looking to do all manner of things. No telling what this devil is doing to these people that get caught up in his snares and his traps. Because, yeah, sure, some of them go good to the detention centers, but what happens to other people that get lost? That they don't know what happened to them. There's no record of them. You know, just that. You know, this devil is a devil. You think all he wants to do is get you out of the country? No, this devil wants to dissect you, take your heart, your organs. You know, probably wants to grape you. You know, this devil is a devil. There is nothing to stop a devil. There is no limit. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now, hey, everything is coming out. You know, he's not going based off of, you know, oh, that person, you know, they've been here however long. No, just going off of appearance, how you sound, where you at, probably what you driving, because I've seen people profile based off of what they're driving. And this is part of that devil being a cunning hunter. He's going off of his own hunter instincts. This is Psalms 10 and verse 8. Well, actually, I think I was going to have something. No, I'll just get straight to the point. Psalms 10 and verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are set privily against the poor. So, hey, he's waiting around in these different places. You know, a part of that profile, like he said in the video, the circumstances, where are they hanging out? Where are they at? We're going to get them wherever they gather together. You know, and he's against the poor. You Southern Kingdom, you know, you Jakes that have grown up here, whatnot, like that, you know, especially you Negroes, you think you're safe here just because it ain't happening to you yet. But this man, they're going to make a move on you, Jake. They're going to make a move on all of us. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it says that again. But anyway, you know, this man is lying in wait. He's waiting for that moment to strike. And you see the mask is being pulled off. You know, if you're watching, you can see it. And hey, you have to be watching. I know everybody got some personal stuff going on, but hey, you could still watch and have the personal stuff going on. You can still read the scriptures and have your personal life going on. Everybody got shit they got to take care of. Let's see here. This is Psalms 37. I'll just start at verse 12. It says, the wicked plotteth against, Psalms 37 and verse 12, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. So, hey, hey, like it says Daniel 7, hey, this fourth kingdom, this fourth beast, it has worn out the saints. We are going to be worn out. And we already are worn out, but by the time Yahushua returns, we're going to be completely worn out. But guess what? At that point, hey, we're going to be renewed. You know, if I got time, I might, Lord willing, I can remember that. So, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. So, hey, just because, hey, this devil is getting away with all this right now, you know, he has us, he did whatever he wanted to us, you know, past the point of what our punishment required. You know, to where, hey, this devil, this whore is drunk off of our blood. You know, but the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Hey, the day is coming. The day is coming when you're going to fall. The day is coming when this kingdom is going to be torn away from you. When you're no longer going to be on top. When you're no longer going to have any authority. The day is coming when in the kingdom they'll say, is that the man? Is that the man that made the earth to tremble? And was this him? This is the man? The day is coming. You ain't going to be on top like this. You ain't going to be speaking proud no more. Verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as let me read that one more time. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. This is what he really wanted to do. Yeah, he's wanting to slay the poor, the Israelites, those of upright conversation, the hopeful elect. He wants to get the elect out of the way, all the Israelites out the way. You know, Psalms 83, to make us no longer be in remembrance. He wants that birthright. Let's see, here is that. But that's his intent. Their swords shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Hey, all your military, all this is going to be broken. You know, your ICBM is going to fall on you. Oh, man, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful day. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. So that little bit that we have, hey, all we got is, hey, we got the spirit, we got our faith, we got the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, got the name Yahushai, we got this understanding, this truth. The knowledge that Esau Edom, hey, he's getting ready to go down. Hey, all that, we got treasures in the heavens. All this far surpasses everything here that this devil has. All the gold, all his slaves, all his riches, which he got them by deceit. It far surpasses that. Just a little bit that we have. Because we ain't got nothing tangible. Everything that I mentioned, hey, the faith, the spirit, the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that's not tangible. You know, everything that Esau Edom has is tangible. But the knowledge that we have, hey, it can't be corrupted. Everything that Esau Edom has, well, matter of fact, Esau Edom, he is as death. Everything that he has can be corrupted and is corrupted by him. So it is beautiful. Verse 17, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai upholdeth the righteous. So this devil's going down. He's going to be broken down, destroyed. Ooh, man, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. So, after this, Isaiah 14, this is going to be forever, an everlasting kingdom. Yahushai's kingdom here on the earth. You know, a renewed earth, an earth ruled in righteousness. The trees are going to break out into singing. We're going to be able to raise our children. You know, we're going to be able to worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai without fear of the enemy coming ever again. You know, different planets to explore. infinite knowledge to be found out. It's going to be beautiful, amazing. We get to be with Yahushai. It's going to be amazing and good that they're revealing themselves. Good that these things are moving forward at the speed they're moving at, because that means they're moving this fast. That means eternity is right here. That first day of eternity. Verse 19, they shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. So, hey, the elect, the hopeful elect, and we're not going to be ashamed during these times. We're not going to be like that guy that, oh, they took my Bible. I don't know what to do. That was the little faith that I had. I don't know why I'm here, this and that, whatever. And in these evil times, we know exactly why this is happening. And we know exactly why we've been given the chance that we've been given. We're not going to be ashamed. We're not going to be ashamed, to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We're not going to be ashamed to be a servant of Yahushai. Verse 20, but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. So the wicked, they'll be done away with. This wicked place, Babylon the Great, America, is like an altar. It's gonna be burned away. The people of it are as a fuel of the fire. They're gonna be destroyed. They're gonna be gone, burnt up. And the same thing with Esau, Edom. After he's done with his slavery, after 1,000 years, done away with, gone. Matter of fact, before I forget, go too far. Dang. I'll just get straight to the point. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31. Because these times, they're going to heat up even more and more. Toward the point, we're going to be worn out. Even though we're already worn out now, we're going to be worn out even more. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to change us. We're going to receive new bodies, a new spirit. We're going to have the laws, statutes, commandments put within us. We're going to be renewed. So this is Isaiah 40 and verse 31. But they that wait on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the hopeful elect, we waiting on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We waiting on Yahushai to come deliver us, to save us from our enemies, to save all creation. It's not just us that are waiting on Yahushai. All creation is waiting on Yahushai. So we can finally breathe. But they that waited, but we're the ones that have the knowledge that we waited on them. Yeah, all the creation, all these other people, they don't know why. They don't know. But the hopeful elect, we know. We know who we're waiting on. We're waiting on Yahushai. We're on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. But they that wait upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall renew their strength. The elect. They shall mount up with eagles with wings. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So this is what the hopeful elect waiting for. At that point, we're gonna be renewed. We're gonna be able to run infinite distance, not be tired, be able to fly, leap over walls, be even like Yahushai, how he could just teleport into spaces. You know, hey, beautiful things. Matter of fact, I said I was gonna close out, and I'll close out one more. Salaki, kind of. And Salaki, I'm all over the place, but hey, that's just how it feels like. Oh no, it's Psalms 149. And the saints are the Israelites. If you didn't know that, this is Psalms 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So we're going to be singing with joy. Those that have this, that are going to have this glory, to be able to take these heathen kings, to be able to gather them up, to be the first batch of slaves in the kingdom. These are beautiful times, beautiful things to look forward to. Verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise you, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And just adding, because this devil's bringing all out hell on the Israelites. You don't think there's going to be some kind of recompense? Showing that this devil, he's bringing out all kind of hell upon us. But guess what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to stop you. When this event occurs, when the elect, mounts up with wings, are renewed, refreshed, when the saints are coming with the two-edged swords, when this event happens, ain't nobody going to stop? Ain't nobody going to stop the elect. Because this is to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This is judgment from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You're not going to stop it. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Shalom.